stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good morning. Oh, good morning. A good Bronco game yesterday. I know it's weird because I'm quiet during this part now, but that's because I'm not triggered by bullshit on social media. All right, we gotta get some things cleared up. Almost done. We're getting there. Just 2 more shares. 2 more shares. Nobody's here yet anyway, so it's all good. It's all good. Right at drop off. Woo-hoo. I have plenty to say, but I don't know that anybody really wants. I mean, I have shit on my mind all the time, but you know, it's a crazy world out there, man. You know, it's not always easy to figure out what's going on, but you know, we're making strides. I gotta coming up with questionnaire today. I gotta do a little bit of work. I took 4 days off, so I want to hear about it. I know I said I was gonna take a week off, but nope. I took 4 days. So even my mom was like, "I'm gonna hold you to that," and I said, "You can't. What are you gonna do? what, what do you think you're gonna? You're gonna come over here and stop me? Power over me? None of you do." Funny jokes. Funny jokes. I think I'm so funny. Can't find my finger brace. I lost it in my bed somewhere. It's getting better though. Well, it's getting better. No, it's not because I've been doing shit. Can't just let. Doesn't hurt that bad anymore. So I can handle it. In my to-do list today, it's all you get to see because there's stuff on there like, well, I mean, it's not that bad. Right? Pay child support, work on detox questions. How do I get a flyer together for the public? Read Tradition 5, talk with new guy, clean sunroom, do Daily Trudge, and take your meds. All right, I tried to waste enough time for people to get on, but we gotta get moving. For any rewatchers who like to sit around for 4 minutes while I tell them what I'm gonna do for the day. Hey, we all like to see what other people are eating. So if I show what I had for lunch, it'd be like blank, a sandwich, ramen. All right. So right now, this is why I don't know why in the middle of October they decided to switch over to the traditions, but they did. Must be tradition month. And you can always say because it goes to the 12 by 12 and it's in the above 100. So an unbroken tradition, I believe, is, I looked at it, I think it was 10. Yeah, tradition 10. So Did I do introductions? I don't think I did. Welcome, Daily Trudge. I think I did do this. I can't remember. Oh, good tired still. If you're here, please say hello whether watching the live or the real watch. The real watch. You like how I just spent another minute doing nothing? Gotta take that down. All right, let's do this. Let's do it. So the part that we're trying to get to here is on page 177. We can see the survival and spread of Alcoholics Anonymous, right? So, and it could be anywhere on that page, just so you know. It doesn't start with the beginning or so. That's why I always start a little bit before it. So, Tradition 10, Alcoholics Anonymous has no opinion on outside issues, hence the AA name ought never be drawn into public controversy. Sorry. Never since it began has Alcoholics Anonymous been divided by major controversial issues, nor has our fellowship ever publicly taken sides on any questions of in an embattled world. This, however, has been no earned virtue. It could almost be said that we were born with it, for, as one old timer recently declared, practically never have I heard a heated religious, political, or reform argument among AA members. Well, you haven't stuck around very long because I've heard it, but no, we're not supposed to do that. So long as we don't argue these matters privately, it's a cinch we never shall publicly. You know, I think this has more to do with our primary purpose, and if we're too busy, you know, even in these Zoom meetings, the parking lot meetings, the beginning of the meeting, and I'm going to tell you, I'm at fault for this one too. We should probably stick to recovery topics and not talk football and these other things. But you know, sometimes there's things going on in people's private lives. I think it's okay to talk about those things. But if we're talking about heated topics before the meeting, there's probably a good chance it might get itself into the meeting. We don't want that either, do we? No, 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 we do not. No, we do not. 10. So let's watch those conversations before and after. Um, you know, we don't need them. I don't like talking politics with anybody. Well, I like talking politics with somebody that agrees with me. Let's just be honest about things. It's like yesterday, we were watching the game, and I said, "Yeah, I hate watching the game when it's a blowout, unless we're winning, and then it's okay." see, 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 when it's okay for us, then it's okay that the other team. Yeah, I felt so bad for their quarterback. He had a great game, though. I mean, the guy was put in a hell of a position. Um, so yeah, we don't argue about these things. Good morning, Amber. We don't argue about these things. No. Now I've seen groups get divided by other things, maybe the way the groups run and things like that. You know, each group is autonomous. You know, there's rules. There's rules. They're unsaid, kinda, but that's because nobody likes to be told what to do, especially an alcoholic. So, as by some deep instinct, we A's have known from the very beginning that we must never, no matter what the provocation, publicly take sides in any fight, even a worthy one. All history affords us spectacle of striving nations and groups finally torn asunder because they were designed for or tempted into controversy. Others fell apart because of sheer righteousness, while trying to enforce upon the rest of mankind some millennium of their own specification. In our own times, we have seen millions die in political and economic wars, often spurred by religious and racial difference. We live in the imminent possibility of a fresh Holocaust to determine how men shall be governed and how the products of nature and toil shall be divided among them. That is the spiritual climate in which AA was born and by God's grace has nevertheless flourished. See, when you don't have when your boss is the dude up above, I mean, you know, now it can get confusing because you'll hear me talking about things that I'm doing. Okay. But I'll tell you what I'm really doing. I'm just creating service work. And what I'm doing is the responsibility statement. The responsibility statement is for the professionals. I want, when anyone anywhere needs help, I want the hand of AA to be there. It doesn't matter that these people are in higher positions. They still go through the same bullshit we do. They do. And we can be there for them too. I have found this out. I've found this out. I've been these meetings that I've been having, they've been turning into therapy sessions and shit. Because this shit hurts. We're having hard conversations. What am I doing? These are our allies. I'm creating that funnel that is supposed to lead to Alcoholics Anonymous. Yeah, we could do that. This is not controversial. It is fact. Now, it may be controversial for them, but for us, it's plain as day, man. It's as matter of fact as breathing air for us. Okay. Now, pain is the touchstone of all change. As a salesperson, I learned where to find the pain. Not only that, but I'm a drug and alcohol counselor. I have this deep empathy. Within 2 minutes, I know your pain just by a series of questions. Okay. Now, tradition 10 is more for the meetings. Okay. We do not talk certain things. We don't even talk religion in there. No, we're not a religious people. We're not. Okay. So just a suggestion that we try those. I know I want to talk to and catch up with my friends and talk football and things that interest me. You bet. But that's not what we're there for. Let us re-emphasize that this reluctance to fight one another or anybody else is not counted as some special virtue which makes us feel superior to other people. No, not even close. We're catching up, and we know that. If you understand the program at all, you know that you're a little behind on some things, and this is it right here. Okay. Not only that, but we alcoholics have to stop fighting anything or anyone, including alcohol, including ourselves, including us. Stop fighting yourself. Jump in the water. It's warm. I know because I peed in it. Oh, that was funny. That was funny. Oh. Nor does it mean that the members of Alcoholics Anonymous, now restored as citizens of the world, are going to go back away from their individual responsibilities to act as they see right upon issues of our time. Okay? Now, if you want to make a difference and you want to do stuff, then what you need to do is do stuff like vote. I'm going to go drop this off today. I didn't put that on my list, so no, I'm not. But I can do it today or tomorrow. So, vote. It's one way that you can make changes. AA, as an AA member, you have no say on outside issues. As a recovered alcoholic, you very much do. Absolutely, you can. You can start a podcast on something you feel is important and these things. Sure, you can. You bring God in. You can use your experience, strength, and hope. Yes, sure you can. Absolutely, you can. That is not going to affect AA at all. No. Now it says, except when to do so would affect AA. But see, we have these brains that they only lead to a bad situation. Now, what if that effect is good? Then should you do it? It's still affecting AA as a whole. Okay, I'm putting in a detox. That's going to affect AA as a whole. Should I not do it then, according to the tradition? No, I absolutely should, according to the tradition. Because I read it. I know it. I had to know it. I run my mouth way too much. Okay. I run my mouth way too. It's one of the main reasons I don't see. If I take money, I can't run my mouth like I want to. Well, I'm paying you to entertain me. Fuck that. No. Attraction, not promotion. Attraction. Now, I've certainly gone to Adam's. I told Adam's when I was meeting with them, I'm like, you need to pay me. And when I meet with Aurora Mental Health, I'm going to tell them, you need to pay me. And the next time we meet, I'm going to tell them, you need to pay me. The bill's adding up. It is. I'm keeping track of hours and shit like that. You think I'm just some free motherfucker doing this shit? Sure, I am. Okay. But it's at a point now where if you think I'm going to go running around putting up these flyers for free for Adams County, you're wrong. You're wrong. It's not fair. So it's something that we will talk about. See, here's the thing. I know some things. I'm already a vendor for them. I'm signed up as a vendor. See, so I just need you guys, when I go do this, I'm going to keep track of my hours, and you need to pay me $40 an hour. That's fair. Yeah. It's what they pay me being on the coalition. Same thing. Just put it under the coalition money. I'm part of the coalition. See? Pay me, bitches. No, I'm kidding. I'm saying that because Amber's here and we like to talk like that and it's fun, but we don't mean it. But when it comes to AA as a whole, that's a quite different matter. In this respect, we do not enter into public controversy because we know that our society will perish if it does. Okay? There's too many personalities. You may not believe in the same things that I believe in on a personal level. I'm getting tired of people assuming I'm Republican. I'm not. I'm not Democrat. I'm Dion. Stop labeling me. That's not cool. Oh, them and their beliefs, that Democrat. How do you know? How do you really fucking know? See? We're already in a fight. We're already in a fight because you want to label me. Man, talk about personalities taking over. Yeah. See, it already feels fucked up, doesn't it? I don't want any of it. I want any of it. I ain't going to tell you who I voted for. I ain't going to ask you who you voted for. Because I'm going to tell you, I don't give a fuck. I know the only reason I vote is so I can bitch. You are not allowed to bitch if you didn't vote. Sorry. So one thing I ask people, well, did you vote? No. Then you have to shut up. Okay, you didn't put your 2 cents in. You didn't stand up and be counted. So therefore, you don't get a right to speak. Yes, that's how life works, my friends. And what I didn't know, I didn't vote for. I just didn't vote on it. All right. We conceive survival and the spread of Alcoholics Anonymous to be something far more greater importance than the weight we could collectively throw back at any other cause. Since recovery from alcoholism is life itself to us, it is imperative that we preserve in full strength our means of survival. Yeah, our survival comes first. What's our basic instinct? To survive. To survive. It is. That's our number one basic instinct, to survive, then procreation. We're animals, man. We're animals. And just like every other animal, survival and procreation are the top things. We may not think that like that. We may not think that we think that, but we do. You bet. Oh, good stretches. I've been getting a lot more work done, so I've had to stretch more. I can feel my strength coming back too. It's nice. All right. Excuse me. I've also been smoking less. I've been making some changes, man. Maybe this sounds as though I cut out 2 of my cigarettes this morning. So, right, I'm going with progress. I'm going to tell you I love smoking. I love it. But I'm tired of feeling this way. I'm tired of feeling this way. That's starting to outweigh it. I'm going to tell you something. I haven't had a Nick Fit in years. I haven't. And when I wake up in the morning, I don't really crave a cigarette. It's just I have a big addiction for hand to mouth. I have a big addiction hand to mouth. If I get bored, which happens real easily. Yesterday during the game, okay, I only had 2 cigarettes. That's really good for Dion. That's really good. It's because I was busy the whole time. See, when I stay busy, I do pretty good with it. This morning I was like, okay, I had one. I'm done praying. I don't need the second one, and I came back in. So just little successes at it. So all right, maybe this sounds as though the alcoholics in AA had suddenly gone peaceable. No, and become one great big happy family. Just yesterday, I was listening to a guy. I'm so tired of this. Stop using me as your fucking examples and shit in meetings, please. But one guy was like, yeah, I thought Dion hated me. And then he called on me yesterday. And then I figured out he doesn't hate me. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Can't you pick up the damn phone? What's wrong with you? I don't really hate anybody. Okay? You overstep my boundary. I may not show you much respect anymore, but in that meeting, everyone's equal. No, I don't like him. He's correct. I don't. He's right. But it's an AA meeting. Okay? Now, what I think doesn't matter. His shares help a lot of people. So I called on him because his shares help people. It doesn't matter whether I fucking like him or not. See? Is that what 30 years will get you? Because if so, I don't want it. I want it. All right. Of course, this isn't so at all. Human beings that we are, we squabble. Before we level off a bit, AA looked more like one prodigious squabble than anything else, at least on the surface. A corporation director who had just voted a company expenditure of $100,000 would appear in an AA business meeting and blow his top over an outlay of $25 worth of needed postage stamps. Disliking the attempt of some to manage a group, half his members might angrily rush off to form another group more to their liking. Elders, temporarily turned Pharisee, have sulked. Bitter attacks have been directed against people suspected of mixed motives. Despite their din, our puny rose never did AA a particle of harm. They were just a part of the and parcel of learning to work and live together. Let it be noted, too, that they were almost always concerned with ways to make AA more effective, how to do the most good for the most alcoholics. That's what we should be aimed at. That's what we should be aimed at. Excuse me. So I'm going to repeat what they put in here. We conceive the survival and spread of Alcoholics Anonymous to be something of far greater importance than the weight we could collectively throw back at any other cause. And it's true, because we wouldn't be able to collectively do that. There's too many personalities. That's why it's principles before personalities. Because if you think I like everybody in AA, no, I don't. But I love you all, and I will do what I can to help you. You are a child of God. It's my only requirement. So, how much it means to me that an unbroken tradition of more than half a century is a thread that connects me to Bill W. and Dr. Bob. How much more grounded I feel to be in a fellowship whose aims are constant and unflagging. I'm grateful that the energies of AA have been scattered, but focused instead on our members and on individual sobriety. Yeah, we it's about our members, man. It's a membership. It's a fellowship. It's a brotherhood. You're finally going to be home. And home for alcoholics is a big fucking deal. It ends loneliness. It brings hope. Isn't it nice that today we're not hungover and hating the world? Instead, we can see the world for what it is, and we can help where we can. Isn't that so much better? I think it is. I really do. You know, I'm in the belief that we can make changes. Certainly we can. Okay. My beliefs are what make me human. I am free to hold any opinion, but AA's purpose, so clearly stated 50 years ago, is for me to keep sober. Yeah. Doesn't matter what my beliefs and all those other things are. My primary purpose is to stay sober and help other alcoholics to achieve sobriety. Beyond that, I will also utilize my AA way of life to help anybody that comes across, because our way really does help anybody. Yes, if a non-alcoholic did these steps, their life would improve drastically. It would. You bet. Yeah. See, but they can go on long and live a decent life with whatever. But for us alcoholics who deal in the extremes, we've got it. It is imperative to have that power that is much bigger than ourselves. Gotta have it. Gotta have it. That purpose has promoted round the clock meeting schedules and the thousands of intergroup and central service office with their thousands of volunteers. Like the sun focused through the magnifying glass, AA Single Vision has lit a fire of faith and sobriety in millions of hearts, including mine. Yay! I love being sober, man. Well, let me rephrase that. I love being in recovery. I do. You know, I wouldn't want my life any other way at this point. Um, Before I got here, I was so purposeless. I had no purpose. I couldn't work. I couldn't do anything, my friends. When I say that alcohol had me, alcohol determined everything that I did. Alcohol determined when I slept. It determined when I ate. It determined when I showered. It determined everything that I did. And I had no purpose in life. And I needed it. If I didn't find purpose, one of two things was going to happen. I was either going to burn this city to the fucking ground, or I was going to kill myself if recovery wasn't on the table. Those would have been my options. Now I already was killing myself because drinking is just suicide on the installment plan. And that's why I feel so fucked up. That's why I feel so jacked up. Why? What is the number one instinct? It's survival. It creates insanity. I don't know how, I don't know why, but I do know for a fact that's what happens. I do know, you know. So, all right. Well, thank you everybody for being here. I appreciate it. This one's a little bit shorter. Try to make them all. I'm not trying to do anything on that. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. See, it's so easy. That all that was an idea that popped into my head. That's all it was. Maybe these need to be a little bit shorter. That's what popped into my head. No. Why do I need to change it? See? What is that? It's an intrusive thought. It's an intrusive thought. That's my brain saying, isn't there an easier, softer way to do this? And I said, yeah, there is. Yeah. But we ain't taking it. Love you. Love you. Peace out. I'll be back later, you know.